Hello, Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Welcome to your December 2019 free oracle reading with me. Really happy to be here doing this reading with you. Couple things while I'm shuffling out the cards. If your rising sign, your sun sign, or your moon sign are of a different element, you can watch for that element as well. Thanks to all of you who participated and went to the Gratitude Portal event. That was awesome to have you there. There should be a Yuletide event that I'll be launching soon, so if you're watching from YouTube, you can check out the link in the description below and come on in. There'll be holiday readings, both free and personal ones to purchase. And there'll be, little games and things as well. So excited about that. So December 2019, we are not only wrapping up a year, but we are wrapping up a decade. So that's pretty amazing, pretty fantastic, and I am super excited to do your reading. So I'm going to stick with the format that I've been using for a while, where I do theme cards for your element for the month, and then I do an approximate week by week. I say approximate week by week because very rare, well, almost yearly. We have leap years where February is 29 days in the year, but most months do not have exactly 28 days. They have more. So, it's approximate week by week. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes, the energy of week 1 will blend into week 2, or you'll see things that I said in week 3 being true for week 4, week 2, things like that. So just to be aware of that. We have the Way, okay, from the square deck for you. Watermelon, have fun with your inner child. And let's see what you have in the zodiac deck. I don't know why I'm whispering. Here we go. Jupiter, love it. And the sun reversed. Okay. So, looking at your theme now. Ask your body for a message is the card from the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle deck. It says, Dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs. I think for some of you, there's great intuitive insight about what's going on with you, with your life, and connecting into your power just by paying attention to your body. Maybe do as the card says and ask your body for a message and be open to receiving it. And your body can really tell you a lot. There's different exercises you can do and meditations to connect with your energy, your body, like the body scanning exercise and things like that, that you may wish to explore too. We have Jupiter showing up, which makes me really happy, very optimistic, because Jupiter is the planet of optimism, of abundance, of prosperity, of blessings, of good fortune, of expansion, and philosophy, religion, free-spiritedness. So it's a very jolly energy. It's a great energy. It's also higher learning in the higher mind. Okay, so I do see you connected with your intuition. I feel like, there's blessings abound this December for you. There's expansion. This could be referring to gifts. This can be referring to energetically. I feel like it's a combination for most people. So really nice energy coming in with that. And then we have the Sun card reversed. So when the cards from the zodiac deck show up reversed, to me it indicates a blockage or an imbalance within that energy. But oftentimes it will show up because part of the theme is actually healing the blockage or the imbalance. And the sun is symbolic of your personality, of your inner light, and feeling safe and confident and able to shine and let yourself be seen and let your light radiate out. Um, so, not sure really what's going on there. Maybe you're holding yourself back a little bit or feeling blocked in being your authentic self and being appreciated and supported by the universe in doing that. But I think, that's apt to be shifting in December. You're apt to be shifting that and coming to a place where you are feeling more appreciated for who you are, for your personality too, and um, for being able to feel safe to be yourself and to get out there and to shine your light and offer, your light to the world. So we have the Way card, and it says meditate, live simply, work with integrity, become compassion. This is the way. So it can be easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, especially this time of year, in chaotic, busy energy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the message I'm getting from Spirit here is to balance it, to try to balance it and harmonize it, and simplify in some areas so that it does not become overwhelming and so you don't wind up getting burnt out, feeling depleted, feeling inauthentic, and expanding that energy instead, expanding negativity. You want to be expanding positivity, and balance, is a part of that. If it's go 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 all the time and it's fun excitement all the time, that actually taxes us. So we want to balance rest and play. We want to balance rest and socialization, silence and tranquility and meditation with socializing. And giving with receiving too, I think, and that's probably going to come pretty naturally for you. We have watermelon as your color card here. It says have fun with your inner child, and I love this energy coming up for you too. I think, you're kind of expanding your joy. You're expanding your joy and who you are, and discovering more about yourself, expanding spiritually, and a part of that is by allowing your inner child to come to the surface, allowing yourself to be playful, to be adventurous, and allowing your inner child to live and to have fun. So, you may be feeling like a little kid again, in some ways, and being very playful and having fun, and being childlike, not childish necessarily, but childlike in the sense of childlike wonder and the positive attributes associated with that. So let's take a look at the week by week. Before I do though, I do want to point out, there is a message here about okay. There is a message here about connecting in with your body and doing that rest, that meditation, listening to yourself instead of only listening to external noises, things coming in order to stay in good health and stay well and make the most of this time of year. Alright, let's get your week by week cards out. So I'm using, for the week by week part of it, I'm going to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, the Yuletide Lenormand cards, the Power of Love activation cards, the Little Reminders Law of Attraction cards. So ironically, this just broke, right? You saw it break in front of me and I was like, what the heck? I was getting an urge to put it up front for your reading. I did the rest of them where I started having this for your reading, here in the back. And I guess I should have recognized that as intuition and listened to my intuition. It wouldn't have broke like that if I had put it up front, perhaps. So I don't know if there's a message in there or not for you. I just found it an interesting little happening. There we go. So it's fixed, all better now. Alright. I'm also using the Angels of Abundance deck. And I'm going to use the Secret Language of Color cards again in your week by week as well. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising signs for December, please. Okay, I had some falling cards, and I do want to look at them for an additional message. We have communication, universe, and respect. So I think there's a message about coming from your integrity here and coming from a balanced place and communicating in a way that is in harmony with the universe, in harmony with your higher self, Jupiter, and respectful to yourself and to others. And I feel like you're going to get respect in return, a lot of you. Some of you may open yourself up to communications that you'd been closed off from soon, either in this month or in 2020, as a result of this. And they're just really beautiful energies that presenting themselves. I'm going to quickly read the affirmations on each of these 3 additional cards to you, so if you want to write them down so that you can use them later and work with them later, just pause the video in between and do that, okay? So communications affirmation is, I effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my goals. The universe affirmation is, the universe will show me the right path to take to reach my goal. And respect reads, I can manifest love and respect when I love and respect myself. Okay. Earth signs for December 2019, please. And the last deck. Okay, we have home. We have some more cards just falling out. We have home and we have partridges. Okay. Take a look at those in a minute. I will say, without looking at the cheat sheets, just looking at these 2 cards, the way that I see them, you know, the partridges kind of look like lovebirds, and there's this house. For some of you, it may be about moving in with a lover. Yeah, or them moving in with you, you're getting a place together, there being conversations about this, moving forward. The actual like the keywords that are given on the cheat sheets for partridges, it's a little different, but we'll look at that here after. I want to look at your week by week first, so we're going to take a look at the first week now. You have Kuan Yin, compassion, cooperation instead of competition, instincts, Pearl, connect to the divine, and Puppy from the Yuletide deck. So let me read Puppy first. They always hide from me. It's the one I'm looking for is always hiding from me. With this deck, it's so strange. 8 through 15, so the card for, is this it? Yes, should be it. Okay, here we go, Puppy. The Puppy card symbolizes friendship, loyalty, trustworthiness, and dependability. Dependable. Alright, let me mean, I do feel like you are in a more grounded place, or you will be in a more grounded place, and working more in cooperation with others. If you take the time to connect to the divine, whether that means meditation or whatever that means for you, if you take the time to connect to your higher self, connect to the divine, listen to your instincts, invoke compassion, have compassion for yourself and others, your friendships are apt to benefit from that quite a bit as well this week. Okay, some of you may be building on a friendship, or a friend could be presenting themselves. Maybe it's somebody you don't see all the time, but they're here in this first week of December. You're communicating with them. But I do feel for some of you it's about growing a bond or a friendship, and expressing your loyalty, your trustworthiness. Maybe one of your friends is kind of crying on your shoulder, or using you as a confidant, wanting you to keep their secrets and trusting in you. You have to trust your instincts about that, but at the same time, let me read Kuan Yin's card. It says, release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So that's the message and advice about that, if that happens for you. Connect to the divine. Be careful not to just blurt out somebody's secrets or whatever if they're investing trust in you. Could be somebody there's somebody of dependability in your life, or you could be craving that. You could be craving loyalty, dependability. You could be craving getting together with somebody who you feel that way about. Could be parents, could be family, could be friends, could be a lover, could be anybody really. Okay, so we have friendship, loyalty, trustworthiness, and dependability here. We have Kuan Yin compassion. We have cooperation instead of competition. It says, what's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So I do feel like there's maybe this undertone this week about working together with friends, working together in an energy of compassion and cooperation and sharing, and maybe for some shifting your mindset about abundance and achievement from a place of where there's some scarcity, where you feel like you need to compete, where you feel like you need to compete, earn, make the grade in order to receive what you desire, or receive something. It could be somebody's attention, it could be money, it could be anything really. But that's an illusion, and I think there's a shift in perspective there as you're connecting to higher energies, you're connecting to higher vibrations, you're connecting to the divine, and you're seeing that you could do things with others in a way that is mutually beneficial through the energy of cooperation rather than competition, to bring about success and fruition. Okay. So collaborations with friends for some of you is really highlighted, is occurring in this first week of December. I almost said November. Alright, so each of these cards from the Little Reminders Law of Attraction deck has an affirmation on the back of it, and I really recommend working with the affirmations. That may not resonate for you, but I've worked with them myself, and I've found affirmations to be really helpful and work. And I've talked to other people who have said the same thing. They find them to work. but people tend to work with them in different ways, just depending on their tastes and preferences. So it's important to find a way that you enjoy and that works for you. Some people really like to write them. Some people will like write them on a note card and look at them periodically throughout the day, or put it somewhere where they see it every day. You can say them in the mirror to yourself. You can sing them. You can make art, around them. So whatever floats your boat, whatever resonates for you, whatever gets your juices going. So the affirmation here for instincts is, I act on my instincts and notice the signs and symbols in my life. There's an element of being divinely guided here, of connecting into your heart energy, to raising your vibrational frequency, and being divinely guided. And then again, there's that energy of friendship, of very, nice quality. I don't know if it's people or a person in specific in your life. Could be talking about you too, being trustworthy and loyal and dependable to yourself, being able to count on yourself. But it looks nice. It really does. And it's an energy. I love that it's like the first week of December, because it's setting a tone for holidays to come, I think. Moving forward into the rest of December, and then we have New Year's too, the 1st of January. Cooperation, working together, compassion, being able to trust yourself, connect to the divine, trust your instincts, be divinely guided, be a good friend, have loyal friends and companions, and this energy of being able to trust in the divine, in your intuition, in yourself, being able to trust in others. So that's really nice. Let's take a look at the second week. Gratitude is popping up. We have Snow Fox, Lemon, Access Innovative Thinking, Gratitude. The affirmation for gratitude is, I am grateful for and appreciate all the abundance I have in my life today. Visualize abundance in all forms. So here you are dreaming of sugar plum fairies, right? And Sedna, infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. There's definitely a message being strongly highlighted here from Spirit about there being enough and you being able and worthy to have what you desire. But you have to know what it is. You have to have clarity on it. You may need to visualize it and do some daydreaming on it and have faith, raise your vibration to meet it. But it's there. It's available for you in the universe. It's if you have a goal or something, it's trying to find you too. It's the message I'm getting here. Access innovative thinking. So this is an energy of being inventive, maybe thinking outside of the box. And, the details of how and when to implement that could vary quite a bit from person to person. I think for some of you, maybe it is about like buying holiday gifts or making holiday gifts. There being an energy of creativity in putting together something that you want to gift to somebody. For others, it might be something you want for yourself, maybe some goal or something you want for yourself, something you want for 2020, some sort of change that you want, or there might be obstacles that are going to require some innovative thinking. They're going to require you to think a little bit differently, think outside the box. Could be things at work. Let's take a look at the Snow Fox. Snow Fox, where are you? Okay, keywords associated with this card are employment, trickery, clever, cunning, and intelligence. So again, I do think some of you are you're getting creative, you're being a little clever about some sort of surprise or gift that you have up your sleeve that you're working on putting together for somebody. And again, for some, there might be something going on at work. So there's an energy of air, the element air. There's an energy of intelligence here that's useful for you this week. It could be somebody else's energy too, and it might involve, you listening and learning something or them helping you out in some way. Yeah. Alright, so visualize abundance in all forms reads, God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So Spirit is asking you to be positive and optimistic and focus on the vibrations that you want to have reoccur and that you want to have expand and that you want to have multiply in your life. And of course, gratitude is one of them, things that you are grateful for. That's, what are you grateful for in your life? What do you have in your life that you're grateful for already? Getting in that energy of appreciation and gratitude is going to magnetize more to be grateful and appreciative for to you, is what I'm feeling. And then there's definitely that energy of, please believe in miracles. Please believe in your ability to manifest. Please believe that you can have your desires, your heartfelt desires, and do a little visualizing, do a little daydreaming about it, do a little trying them on for size. Because you might be holding yourself back because it's not actually what you think you want, is not actually quite what you want. So when you put yourself in your future self's shoes and say, okay, so I thought I wanted $10,000. How does it feel to have $10,000? And really be honest with yourself about it. Maybe there are some complications that or hang-ups or fears that you have about receiving that amount of money. Or maybe it's not enough money for what you want to do, and then you feel like you didn't have enough and you'd feel guilty because you had that much more, but it still wasn't enough. And so there's that energy. Creative visualization is definitely being recommended and highlighted here by Spirit. I like it. Alright, let's take a look at this third week. You have Artemis, Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. You have focus on your priorities. Okay, so here, there might be some busy energy for some of you. There might be, busy holiday energy around you. Spirit's saying, to ground yourself, you may want to focus on your priorities and give your priorities attention instead of letting yourself get pulled away and forgetting to get somebody a gift that you really wanted to get them, or forgetting or not having the energy to go to work, to pay your bills. Make sure you're focusing on your priorities. Okay. We have motivation coming through. Orange, nurture yourself. So yeah, you need to be a priority for you. There is that message, that you need to be a priority for you. And to nurture yourself, take good care of yourself, nurture yourself. Because if you're going to feel depleted and used and abused and not take good care of yourself, that's the energy you're going to have to give out to the world too. You're going to feel it, and that's the energy that you're going to be putting out there and sharing with other people. But if you take the time to nurture yourself, take good care of yourself, know that you're safe, focus on your priorities, you're going to lift, your vibration is going to lift, right? It's going to elevate your mood, your sense of well-being, and you're going to have a higher quality energy to share with others as well. And then you have gentlemen showing up. So the gentleman card can symbolize a man. It may mean that you are a man. It can symbolize a significant other who's male. Or it can just be a man is significantly featured this week. Could be a boss for some of you. I mean, the third week of December, we're looking at the winter solstice would be in the third week, I think, and maybe even Christmas itself. Okay, so for some of you, you know, it could be like your husband's coming home from somewhere, some deployment or some sort of like work that he did in another state or another area or whatever. Or there could be a romantic connection that you're really enjoying or that's growing, that's being highlighted by spirit for some reason in this week. Could be a father, could be a grandfather. Yeah, where I'm going with this. There's just a man sort of being highlighted this week for some reason as well in your reading. So motivation. I'm going to read the affirmation on this card now. It says, I am motivated, and motivated people help me to improve my finances. So that affirmation is great the way it is, and if that's what you're working on is improving your finances, cool. If you have other priorities and goals that you want to focus on to feel, aligning your motivation to, you can edit it a little bit. So it could say, I am motivated, motivated people help me to improve my health. I am motivated, and motivated people help me to improve my, what was I going to say? My health, my well-being, my, whatever it is, really. So you can edit it and sort of tweak it to suit your exact needs. There is a message here about the importance of who you're surrounding yourself with and whether they're motivational for you or not, like whether they're positive energy and their energy is motivating or whether it's depleting. And I think, the affirmation comes up for a reason. If you are unsatisfied with your connections, with who you're living with, because we did have home come up, or some family members, maybe they make you feel bad, you're getting together with them for the holidays, things like this. The affirmation can help. Saying the affirmation can help, or using it in your own unique way. But for some of you, you might be like mindfully taking a look at that and thinking, well, we're moving into a fresh new year, we're moving into a fresh decade. There's certain things that are sucking my energy. It could be a connection with somebody, maybe they don't respect you, or you're just not compatible in the connection, whatever it is. It could be business, it could be social, it could be, family connections, it could be romantic, it could be anything. It could be a roommate, it could be anything. But you're also looking at like what people do motivate me, what people inspire me, what people make me feel good, what people help me to focus on my priorities and feel the way I want to feel, and where's the good energy, and how can I allocate more time and attention to that? How can I be around motivated people instead of people who are maybe lazy or unmotivated, who don't have the same ambition as you, who are not inspiring, who would love you to just not go after your goals and be like them, because then they won't be lonely. And what do you need to do about that if it is blocking you from moving forward with your goals? Okay. I know that's kind of, I don't know, it's not exactly all candy canes and stockings, but let's see. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Yeah. So there's this message of being safe and feeling that way and knowing that your family is safe as well. nurturing yourself, taking good care of yourself. I feel like for some of you there is a man in the mix that either, and it could be more than one person too, but there is a man that is inspiring to you, and has that sort of energy. They're a motivated person. They're motivational. They help you to be more motivated as well. And for some of you, you have the exact opposite. You may have a man in your life that is not very motivated and sort of drags you down. Okay, so take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to read Focus on Your Priorities. It says, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. You have to be a priority for yourself. I think I was talking about this with your element. In order to keep your energy high enough to continue to give to others and to have... Okay, so if you're giving and giving and giving and you feel depleted and you just keep trying to give, you're giving your time, you're giving your energy, you're helping people do this and that, whatever, you're still putting out. If you're tired, if you're feeling resentful about it, if you're burnt out, if you're not taking good care of yourself and you feel it, you're still putting out that energy of neglect, right? Of maybe crankiness or resentment or whatever into the universe. And it is felt on a subtle level. Even if people say they can't feel it, it is felt energetically and on a subtle level. So the message from my spirit guides to you is that if you take time, even if it's a small amount of time, to nurture yourself, have that cup of tea and relax, do that 10-minute meditation, whatever it is, get a little more sleep, whatever it is you need to do, feed yourself healthy foods, pray, feel safe, whatever it is, like, you raise your vibration. It's important for you and your well-being and your vitality, but you're also raising your vibrations and attracting higher vibrational situations to yourself. You're also having more to give to others energetically. So it is really important. I feel like you may be feeling very motivated and inspired this week, and it's gorgeous. You're moving forward. You're making progress with some of your priorities, and I'm gonna take a look at week 4. This partridge in this home card keep calling to me quite a bit. So for some of you, there might be a connection to that 3rd week of December with these 2 cards. And 4th and final week, we have Sulius, bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. We have savings, generosity, establish boundaries, brown, and greeting card. Okay. So I'm going to read greeting card first. Think. Yeah, keywords associated with this are mail, correspondence, documents, and invitation. So you could be receiving invitations to go to holiday parties or come to someone's home for the holidays, for New Year's. Any kind of invitations really could be coming up. You could be invited to do something too, like, I don't know, get in a relationship with somebody, or start a new job, or go to a school with a scholarship. Could be anything like that coming through in the mail or email or even in person elsewhere. Correspondences, so there's communication. There's communication going on, and I see a couple things with that. Spirit's asking you to ground yourself, to establish boundaries when necessary, and to, hold firm to your boundaries when necessary. Respect yourself first. Spirit's also asking you to recharge your batteries. Don't let yourself become depleted with all of the fun activities or hustle and bustle and chaos of the season and wrapping up the year, moving into a new decade. Staying water can be really beneficial and helpful and healing for you. So could be like watching the snow fall, could be going to a river, could be, in the shower, doing shower meditations, take a bath, whatever your intuition tells you, whatever sparks your interest there with the water thing. But it is very replenishing, and I feel like nourishing also, nourishing to what seeds you are planting for 2020, and in your connections with others, for yourself, your life in general. Okay. Some of you might have new contracts and stuff too that you're weighing or considering or even putting together for 2020. It's a possibility with that card too. Generosity, such a beautiful card. I'm going to read the affirmation for that. It says, money is positive energy and it allows me to be generous to others. And then you have savings. So there is something about money here, I think, with established boundaries, savings, and generosity. Okay. So it is encouraging you to use your money and funds in a positive way, to recognize it as positive energy, and to use some of it to express generosity, express your gratitude, express generosity, express love to others, to be generous, whether that means tithing, whether that means making donations, whether that means buying gifts for your friends and your family, what have you. Okay. At the same time, you're asked to establish boundaries. So you don't want some sort of vampiric energy where somebody is stuck in a scarcity mindset and they're sucking out too much money from you, happening. Like, you want your boundaries to be healthy boundaries in regards to money and everything, actually. Okay. This could be in communication as well. We have savings coming up. It says, as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So I think maybe what's going on here for some people is Spirit is letting you know that saving is really important for you, and the consistency of it is really important, more so perhaps than the amount. So even if you're just setting aside change for your future self, like coins, doing so on a regular basis, like every time you get paid, setting aside something is really an act of love and respect and importance for your financial health and to yourself and others, in establishing healthy boundaries. Okay. And I think some people might be even communicating around this time in the last week of December about New Year's resolutions or how they want to do things different for 2020. Finances, things they want to save for. And some of that might be, it seems kind of like an odd time to be discussing that, because it's like, it's when we get a break from business and work, right? And jobs. But it is also wrapping up a year and entering a new year and a new decade this time. So I think part of what's going on here, it might be about, for some of you, it might be about actually setting up joint accounts or co-funding with somebody, saving money with somebody to do something. Like you might decide that you want to go on a vacation with your sister over the holidays, just as an example, and so you're going to start setting money aside for that and like plan to do something with, travel somewhere with them in the autumn, or things like that could be coming up too. All right, let me take a look at these two cards, the home and the partridges. All right, so let's see which one. Partridges. Keywords associated with this are conversation, gossip, nervousness, short trips, and being paired. So there is that like romantic partnership, coupling thing I was talking about in the beginning. But it can also be, being paired off in any sort of way, like mother-child or father-child, or going to a couple's dance, or any sort of pairing, a business partnership, anything like that. Okay. There's definitely an energy of communication being highlighted here in this last part of December. Communication picks up. You could be getting more things in the mail, more emails, messages of that sort. But also it could be, just more conversations, more communicating, gatherings, parties, socializing in any way, shape, or form. Just more communication and conversations. And short trips. So again, there could be some short trips. You could be going to people's homes, visiting people. You may feel a little bit nervous about that. There may be some gossiping going on. Let's take a look at the home card, please. Appear. Okay. Keywords associated with the home card are home, residence, property, family, and domestic affairs. So these are coming through as some sort of theme or additional message from Spirit. Okay, so for some of you, these two cards together definitely could speak of who you live with. Okay, in the past, something that happened in the past with who you're living with, who you want to live with in the future, making some sort of change, these kinds of things. Or it could be like family. Too, it could be talking about a family member moving and how it's going to affect the rest of the family and that kind of thing. Somebody in your family maybe wants to get engaged or get married, or many different possibilities about how this could play out. It could even be like, for those of you who are in retail, it could be about a business partner in one of your properties. Maybe you want to sell one of your properties, or maybe it's about renting it out to somebody. It seems like a kind of a weird time of year for that, but it is coming up as a possibility. But ultimately we do have coming together with family, spirit of generosity, replenishing oneself, cleansing oneself, healing, water, empowerment, communication being heightened, establishing boundaries, healthy boundaries, and saving. Savings. So that wraps up your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, there's more available if you're interested in more. That Yuletide event, Gratitude Portal event. There's going to be part 2 coming up in the first part of 2020. I have a year-round venue, Etsy. There's a variety of options if you like my readings and want to get more. So happy December. I'll see you next year. Bye-bye. Take care and be well.